When the temperatures climb, does your home develop hot spots? When you cool your...
Hello everybody, shush, stupid ad. I hope everybody's doing really well and you're all having a good day. Let me switch the scenes. I'm so discombobulated today. We're here, we're gonna be playing some Walking Dead. I'm gonna continue with The Walking Dead Season 3. I don't remember, I think we're on Chapter 2, maybe Chapter 3? I can't remember. But we've been playing The Walking Dead. It's been a couple of days. I did a short stream on Saturday, a very, very short stream on Saturday. But I had some technical difficulties. Nobody was here anyway, so it wasn't really worth the headache of trying to figure out how to fix the technical difficulties. It took me almost like an hour to start the stream. Like, the stream was started, but it took me almost an hour to get into the game, and then it didn't work after about 5 minutes. So, the stream was pretty quiet. Ty, how's it going, man? How are you? I hope you're doing well. My weekend was good. It was really, really, really busy, but also really quiet. It was the first weekend in a few months that I didn't have anything to do, as far as like going out and doing stuff. But I worked on editing Rent, the musical that I recorded, and that's why today's stream is also going to be short. It's only going to be about 2 hours. I'm about 75% done now, but I still have some work to do, and I need to get it done like in the next 2 days, because they're hoping to kind of send out the email to be like, hey guys, this is movie night, so then, you know, they can get everybody to come out and see it and whatever. I am really, really proud of it. I'm also really, really jealous that I wasn't in the show, because the video I've made is pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. I'm pretty proud of myself. That's the only reason. I think the show was the show, but I'm pretty jealous that I wasn't in it, because man, our video looks embarrassing compared to theirs. Theirs looks really, really good. But yeah, that was pretty much my weekend, really. All right, sounds good. That's perfect timing then. So we're gonna play The Walking Dead. I'm just gonna continue with that. Like I said, it's gonna be fairly short, only about 2 hours, because I need to get this video recorded, or not recorded, edited, so I can kind of get it out of my way for now, because I have a whole bunch of other videos to edit. Like, I've got to edit or record a video for my glasses that I got to get done like in the next day or two. I have a new hair system coming through that I need to make an ad for within the next week. That should be here any day now. And then I still haven't done the D-brand video. They sent me a phone case and I recorded some footage, but I got some thoughts after using it for a few days, and I just haven't had the time to sit down and like record the last bit of that too. So I've got quite a bit to do. So I want to get Rent out of the way so I can concentrate on the other things. So it's going to be like a 2-hour stream. So not too crazy. Hold on. Hold on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm really excited. I'm having fun with this game. I still think there's... like, I'm enjoying it. Hey, Rawfish, how's it going? I'm enjoying it, but I know this is supposed to be the weakest out of all of them. So I'm wondering if it's just going to get stagnant after a little while, but I'm still excited. I'm still excited. Give me just a second here, and then we'll get started. Okay, let's do this. Let's continue with The Walking Dead. I'm really, really excited. Sorry, I had the music off because an ad started right as I was getting ready to go, so I turned the music off. Whatever, no big deal. Let's get started on the game. Let me load it up here, and then we should be good. Come on. Come on. Yeah. No headphones today because, I just don't feel like wearing headphones. I'm toying with the idea, off topic completely. I'm toying with the idea of switching around. This used to be Nora's room. It's a bedroom that I've converted into a stream room, which I really like having the privacy of a room. I also like that I can control the lighting in here a lot better because it's only one window, but it's a tight squeeze. And so like I am toying with the idea of potentially rotating the room a little bit so I can have a bit more space behind me. So like with this camera angle, it's really blurry, but the just chatting screen, the TikTok screen, the background's not blurry at all, but it's because I'm so close to the background and the camera's so far away from everything. That I'm toying with the idea of rotating the room, which I won't do until I'm done all the videos and stuff. But I'm also toying with the idea of potentially even just putting the whole stream room in the back living area. Because right now, that's my editing area. I've got like my keyboard there, like my piano keyboard there. I've got a spare couch, a spare TV, and the computer that I use to edit on. But it's a really big space, so it would look really good on camera. Plus, if I do VR, I would have a ton of space to work with. But then I wouldn't know what to do with this room, and I don't like the idea of having just an empty spare room for nothing. Yeah, I don't know, man. I should stream from the ceiling. I agree, that would be a good idea. I've actually seen some people talk about how they like survive in those little micro rooms that they call apartments in New York, and how they'll put like their bed up near the ceiling, like 2 feet from the ceiling, so they have to basically lay down to get into their bed. But they're like, it's just wasted space, guys. Then I have more floor space. And I'm just like, wow, I don't know if I want to live that way. I don't mind wasted space above me. I like the space above me. Okay, let's continue with this. I'm really looking forward to see where we go. We met Jesus. That's where we ended off with. What about you, Ty? Have you been able to make progress on like organizing your room for the stream? Or have you just like moved things out of camera angle so it's not in the way?
We can hide in here.
Okay. Man, this game looks so pretty. This upgrade for the 3rd season is so nice.
Don't worry. It's gonna be okay.
More stuff on your floor now. As long as it's not on camera, who cares, right? Like right now my place is okay, but there's a corner over there that has like all like my extra lights and my microphone, not microphone, my camera stand, my green screen, all of it's piled in the corner, but you'll never see it, so it's not a huge deal until I rotate the room. Then it's gonna be a huge deal.
Shh, AJ, it's all right. I know you're hungry. That's it. We're gonna wait for them to go, and then we're gonna find you some dinner.
That's the worst part.
Find us some dinner.
Having to clear out the shelves and organize and
Hey,
whoa.
I can hear you in there. Let me in, please. God, there's so many.
Oh, shit. Hey there. Hello.
Pretty big group of them out there. But it'll pass. Eventually.
Stop talking, do what I say, and you might survive this.
Yes, ma'am.
Shit!
Well, help her. But yeah, I have the same issue. It's hard to tell on the way my camera is set up and everything, but like my shelves are really disorganized and they're really dusty. So I need to like fully tear them apart and
That's
organize.
a pretty good team.
Almost go for like the less is more aspect in the background and kind of box up a bunch of stuff. But oh, it's so much work and I don't have nearly as much stuff as you do.
2 of us. Well, the 3 of us, I mean.
Thanks, I guess.
No problem, kiddo. Anytime you need an oversized doorstop, you know who to call.
But the cluttered desk thing, yeah,
You
that's a real problem.
You guys living here?
I try so hard to keep it
seem kinda young
organized
to be
because
mom.
it's such a pain when you're streaming.
What are you, 13?
I'm old enough to put a bullet in you.
Whoa, take it easy. I'm not looking to make enemies here.
Hey, Michael Jackson, how's it going? That's not what I was going for, man.
We were out there scouting. Nothing out of the ordinary, and then... chaos and... Shit. Those bastards are slow.
Is it just you two? You look like you're 13. My response, I'm old enough. Her response, I'm old enough to kill you. That's not what I was going for. What I was going for was, I'm old enough. Period. That's it. End of conversation. Not a threat. What is up with this game, man? Ugh. Dude, that's wild. That's wild. There's a guy in Hamilton. My friend showed me... Or no, you did. Was it you? Was it you? It was you or somebody else. Like, there's only one other person, what I mean. Obviously, it was either you or somebody else. But it was you or one other person I'm thinking of, because I've only got, like, a handful of people that are in my life that are really into video games. There's a guy in Hamilton that his basement has been converted into his, like, man cave or whatever. But he's almost made it look like a museum. It's all well lit. Okay, so it wasn't you. Dude, I don't even know what this guy's name is or anything. My friend sent me it. Or showed me it, because he had like a collection as well, but his collection was more obscure than mine is, but smaller than yours is. And like he was showing me all the different like consoles he had and games he had and stuff. None of it was like on display. But then he showed me this guy's channel who lives in Hamilton. And he's converted his whole basement into his like man cave area. And dude, he's got like glass cases in the middle of the room that have things inside, kind of like the store we went to where they have like the glass cases with the cool stuff inside, but it's all lit in different like RGB lighting and the shelves are everywhere. He's got all the different consoles. They're all connected, but it looks almost wireless because he's got it so organized. Man, like his setup is beautiful to look at. I wish. Thank you so much, Vixie. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I wish, man. So crazy. Oh, is this Ark? Is it Ark? Ark Lycan over on Twitch, TikTok as well. Is it? Yeah, it's Ark. It's got to be Ark. How are you? How are things? I don't know which side you're on, but how are you? How are things? But yeah, wild. Just like insanely beautiful. The setup. I need to paint my walls first of all because these colors are horrible. But I really want to organize my room. So it's really nice in here. So when I come in here to like stream and stuff, it doesn't feel cluttered to me. It feels nice and like organized. Things have been good. Things have been good.
There's enough of them.
Just chilling, relaxing, keeping really busy with outside of content creation
I
work.
hope they all made it. Thought we were ready for anything.
I'm sorry. About your friends.
Hold on, I'll answer. I'll talk in a second.
We've been in hotter spots than this for sure.
It's hard to
People
talk
are
with this
probably
game.
at the rendezvous by now. What's left of them, at least. By the way, I'm Ava, and my group, we call ourselves the New Frontier.
Oh no. That's how we ran into.
He's hungry.
Hey, why don't you come with me? Meet my people. We have food, blankets, bottled water. Come on, dinner's on me.
Groups aren't really my thing.
No woman is an island. Have it your way. But you did me a solid here. I won't forget it next time we cross paths.
There is no next time.
We'll see. The world does work in mysterious ways.
And my allergies are bothering me today. Yeah, I'm mostly digital now too, which really sucks. I hate it. I hate it so much because I like having physical games, but they're so damn expensive. Even the retro ones are like insanely expensive.
But I've heard you can get through. Here's hoping.
Mind you, I like to collect games that like I'm interested in. I don't collect just for the collection's sake. So the ones I want tend to be the expensive ones, which sucks. She's about to tell us she was in the New Frontier. Yes, so I am doing really well, Ark. I am keeping really busy. I've been doing... I recorded a musical a few months ago. I'm editing that. So today's stream's only going to be about 2 hours. I'm finishing editing that. I've got a few promo deals that I got to work on to get those out, the videos for those. It's just been a bit busy. My Minecraft videos have now been put on pause because I have to get all these other videos out within the next week. It doesn't leave a lot of time for Minecraft, so I'm holding off on that. But I don't know if you've been here when I started a new Minecraft channel a few months ago. So I started a new Minecraft channel, and that's pretty much what I've been doing. RuPaul Fishnets, how's it going? Welcome, 1,000 likes, nice. That's pretty cool. How are you? Ty, yes, I think that's a good plan. That's a lot of games. And in a small room, it's so hard to find like a nice way to display them all. Because like if you look at the AVGN, he's got thousands of games, but he's just basically got them all end to end, like all on their side, but like end to end in the room, just showing all the labels, and that's it. Like there's no space for anything in that room. I don't think that's so aesthetically pleasing. Definitely choose out like the more uncommon games or rare games or like games that you just don't normally see in people's collections, even if they're not expensive or even good games, but just stuff that people are like, what the hell is this? You want to show those off. But yeah, I don't envy you, man. I don't envy you. That sounds like a pain. I don't want to do that. Yes. Get them out instead of on your desk. Yes. And you want to look at them and be able to pick them out and play with them. How's it going, Night Owl? How are you, man? How are you? Dude, Night Owl. So I don't have a link to see them, Ark. It was the musical Rent. I recorded the musical Rent. Obviously, I don't have the rights to it or anything, and I'm probably gonna get a copyright claim or whatever. But hey, they can battle it out because the people from Telltale keep copyright claiming me anyway. But I gotta show this because I am pretty freaking proud. And since Night Owl's here, and Night Owl is a video editor, Night Owl will appreciate the work that I put into this. Can I save it? How do I save it? How do I save it? Why can't I save videos? It's so dumb. Let me save the video. Let me save it. Ah, there we go. Okay. Now, I don't know if this is actually gonna... I'm like looking for OBS and it's right behind the window I'm looking at. Try this again. Okay, so that's working, but why isn't this working? Have patience with me, everybody. This is way off topic. This has nothing to do with what I'm doing. But I gotta show Night Owl because Night Owl is a video editor. So Night Owl will appreciate this. And like I said, I'm just really, really proud of my work. This has been hours and hours and hours of work. And man, I'm just proud of this. So, oh, it's in the music one and I have music muted right now. Okay, so that should be unmuted now. And let me just show you on the window. I'll put it on TikTok too so you guys can see it too. Window capture. Aha, it showed up. So, I don't have the rights to this, whatever. I don't really care. But I have been editing this. I shot this. I am editing it. The sound was not done by me. It was done by a different guy, but I captured the sound. And, hold on. I'm just trying to... There. Just so you can still see me. And TikTok, you can actually see it already. Huh. Cool. I didn't mean for that to happen, but it's working. Whatever. So this is me recording. This is a recording of Rent. Thank you, Night Owl. That's really flattering. That's really flattering. I've tried really, really hard to up my quality. Hopefully the sound is going to be okay. I hope it's not too loud. It shouldn't be. But this is Rent. It's only a small clip of it. It's near the end of the first act. But I'm proud of it. So this is the work I've put into this. Act 1 is completely done, but here we go. Yeah, the company actually hired a professional sound guy this time. For my show, we had an amateur 18, 19-year-old kid who had no idea what he was doing and wasn't willing to take help. And we were told not to help him once he kind of got flustered when we were trying to help him. So the sound was crap. This guy knows what he's doing. He sent me 2 channels, one with just the music, one with just the vocals, and then I picked up a 3rd channel of just the room so I could get like the audience clapping and laughing, so I could get sound effects going that you wouldn't really pick up on the microphone, like when they drop things and whatever. But then obviously I had to balance out the sound. I had to add effects to it because he gave it to me clean with no effects. I had to put in like the compression and the clarity, EQ and all that kind of stuff. And edit my face at people in the background when I'm dancing. That would be hilarious. Joe, I'm sorry. Have yourself a good day, though. Thank you for popping in. I was not in it, RuPaul. I was not in this one. I was in the last performance. I wasn't in this one. But the last performance, I was just saying the editing wasn't great because the audio was a mess. But I also had never shot anything in this theater in particular, so I didn't know the particulars about the lighting, as far as like what temperature to use and stuff. So I learned a lot from my recording and then did this one. And I'm not in this cast. I will leave it there because the producers and stuff watch me on Twitch and TikTok and stuff, so I don't want to say anything that will come off as me being a jerk. But I was not in this show. But I did all the recording, and I'm pretty proud of it. Like, I think it looks pretty freaking good. Yeah, the first one's always rough. Yeah. I was pretty proud. I think I agree with you. I think it was really rough the first time around because I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. I very much was just kind of hoping for the best. I set color temperature, and then I set an exposure and hoped that it was going to be fine. By the last recording, it was pretty close, but not exactly right. This time, I went a little bit more accurate with the color, and obviously because I was at the cameras, I was able to actually see what was happening, so I was able to do a lot more with it. Not to mention it was only one cast, so I didn't have to divide my attention. I also had better sound, so I didn't have to worry about trying to figure out how to make the sound good. But lastly, a really stupid thing that I didn't know it could do, and I had brought it up to my friend Catherine, and she had suggested it, and I didn't because by the time the suggestion came up when I had asked for help, it was because I had already screwed something up, and I had already done most of the edit, and to get it to work, I'd have to start with the fresh clips, which would mean redoing the edit, and I didn't want to do that. But I discovered that Final Cut Pro also does the AI syncing. I knew Final Cut could do it, but I found out that Final Cut can also sync the video for you. One of the reasons I wasn't sure if it was going to work is because for some reason my Zoom, for those who don't do editing, I'm sorry, you're not going to understand any of this, but Night Owl definitely will. My Zoom H5 or whatever, my audio recorder, records at a slightly different speed than the video records at. And so the audio and the video fall out of sync by the end of the musical by like 10 seconds. Like, it's a fairly large gap by the end. So by midway point, it's like a 2 or 3 second gap that's really noticeable. And so I didn't know if it was going to sync the timing as well, but it did. So that made my life way easier with the second edit. And because I knew what settings I had put in, I knew what the settings were going to look like, I had a pretty flat image to work with, and I've been able to edit it really, really well. As far as like the lighting, color balance and stuff. The color correction still isn't as perfect as I would like because I don't have a calibrated monitor, but it's pretty good. And I'm pretty proud of it. And I think the sound sounds really solid. It's not perfect because I'm not a sound engineer. Going deaf in the left ear doesn't help. But I think it's pretty good. And it's a nice mix of the direct feed music and the room's music. So you have like the more live sound while still having the clean sound underneath it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm pretty proud of it. I think it came out pretty good. I'm really jealous I'm not in the show because the quality is good. The quality is good, and I'm really, really jealous. But, you know, Next time I'm in a show, I'll have a better recording. But yeah, that's what I'm working on now. that's why this video is going to be, or this stream is going to be pretty short, because I got to finish that. That's the end of Act 1. I'm about 20 minutes into Act 2, and Act 2 is another hour and like 8 minutes or something. So I've got about an hour of 45, 50 minutes of editing left to do. All the main stuff is done. It's just splicing the different camera angles together. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I picked one of the brightest flat scenes they had with no crazy lighting involved to pick the white balance. But then when they change the scenes, there's almost like a green tint to everything, which I did what I could. I don't think it's abhorrently bad. It's not perfect, but it's not abhorrently bad. What I do like about the way that they lit this show was they went very, very heavy on like the deep purples and deep reds and blues. So it's very RGB heavy. So the color accuracy isn't as important because we're not going for the realistic skin tones. You've got like whole numbers in blue lighting. And so as long as it looks really vibrant and nice, I think I'll get away with it, you know? The show in total was 2 hours and like 20 minutes. Something like that. Mind you, I'm guessing the length because there's some dead air that I'm cutting out, and so it might be a little bit less, probably about 2 hours worth is what it was. Which is not bad. It could be a lot longer. Oh no, hold on.
Frontier. But what I told you earlier, it's not the whole truth. I wasn't their prisoner. I was one of them.
Where's my mouse? Hold on, my mouse. Weird, my mouse was missing.
I should have told you sooner. I really should have.
You were with those monsters?
They're not all like that. I'm not asking you to forgive me. But you
I
have to
haven't done that
understand,
yet.
I had nobody.
I have no idea, Ty. Right now, I'm just splicing together the show. This show, though, I can't really cut out too many scene changes. I'm really disappointed about that because I find scene changes really boring in film. The problem is this show, they've done it like a mix track. This musical where the music does not stop the whole time. It's not like when you watch 9 to 5 where it'd be like, you know, oh no, we got to get out of here. Then blackout and there would be transition music and I could just cut out the transition music and it was fine. Whereas this, it literally ends with like, well, that's not a good example, but it'll be like the One Song Glory is the one song that the one character sings, One Song Glory, one song, where it literally ends with, and there's no need to something something anymore, glory, and then instantly, who's there? Did you forget your light? Like instantly into the next song. There is, and that's two different scenes, and there's no stop. It just goes right from one song to the next, and the whole show is that way, except for twice in the first act. I haven't gone deep enough into the second act to know when it happens again, so I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. I won't know until it's fully edited, and I'm still like 15 hours left of editing to do, maybe? Roughly, hopefully less, but roughly about 15 hours left to edit. So, yeah, I have no idea. I wouldn't be able to even take a guesstimate right now.
I was all alone, and I thought I didn't need them, but they were very persuasive. It was a mistake, and so was not telling you about it.
Tell me you're not still one of them.
No way. Believe me. I just had to explain, because if they're really in control in Richmond, I can't let them see me.
Again! That's not what I meant.
So when we reach the other side of this tunnel, I'm leaving.
Y'all planning on joining us?
Don't scream. Another moment. When I picked Tell Me I Can Trust You, I took that as like a tell me I can trust you, and that's all I need to know. That's it. I didn't take that as an accusation. Damn it, man. Ugh.
hear that? Coming from over there. Can you see anything?
But yeah, whoa! Oops, what the? How did I pause it? Oh, spacebar pauses? I didn't know that.
Fuck! They are.
Hello, Cam, how's it going? How are you?
Watch out!
But yeah, you know what? 15 hours left is a guesstimate. I don't know, maybe, maybe not. But I am very happy because it's a hell of a lot easier than 9 to 5 was. 9 to 5, I spent about 50 hours just on mine, let alone the second cast. It was a lot of time. Good, I'm glad you're good. How was your weekend?
Thanks.
Did you do anything exciting?
Trust almighty Conrad, now every walker in the fucking county is gonna be heading this way.
Come on, follow me.
Woo, that was close. Every time I look away from the screen, something happens. Then I stare at the screen and nothing happens.
We're fucking dinner.
Maybe we could just go through. Well, does it open?
By the way, is the volume okay, everybody?
I got it. Come on.
Daylight's ahead. Thank fucking God.
Nice,
Let's
Cam.
go.
Congratulations. I know you were working on
Javi and
that.
I will block the door. You guys go ahead and make sure it's clear.
Volume's good? Okay, good.
Be right ahead of.
I'm staying here.
Hold the door shut until I can find something to barricade it with.
Hurry!
Oh my god. There's so many.
Ah, shit! I'm gonna have to break this thing off.
Hurry! They're almost here!
Put your back into it, dude.
Javi! I can't... There's too many! Help!
Oof.
Watch that through! Now! Okay, let's go. We gotta...
I wouldn't touch that gun, girl. You either, cowboy.
What the hell are you doing?
I heard you too. You think I'm stupid? Finish your little story. Now.
We need to keep moving.
No, you need to talk.
Whatever you think you heard it wrong.
Bullshit. Roll up your sleeve.
What? Why?
I fucking knew it.
You're one of them?
You're goddamn right she is. What other bullshit did you shove down our throats, huh?
She has a right to her secrets like you have a right to yours.
Secrets isn't the point. You're missing the bigger picture, son. Don't you see? We bring her to Richmond, they'll give us whatever we want. Medical help for Kate. She's our bargaining chip.
They won't bargain with you. You don't know them.
Won't know until we try.
She's not a bargaining chip. She's a friend.
Oh, I'm sure after less than a day, you two are just soulmates.
Not a chance in hell.
Seriously? It's our best option and you know it. Hell, it's our only option.
Go to hell,
No, we're not
Conrad.
giving up on Clem.
I'm not doing this. If you want to shoot me, shoot me.
How about I shoot your little boyfriend here instead?
What the fuck, Conrad?
Then don't let her walk
This
through
guy's
that door.
crazy. Shoot
Nobody
him.
has to shoot anybody. Just tell Clem this is how it's gotta be. And then we all step into the sunshine. Come on, man, be reasonable. This helps both of us.
Holy shit.
For Clementine and for the sullen kid.
Oh my god.
You two should go.
We've been through a lot with
Find
Clementine.
my own way.
Oh, come on, Clem. We did that for you.
He's dead. God. It just happened so fast.
I'm sorry this had to happen. I really am. Let's go.
Why is Gabe upset when Gabe has just watched his own sister get killed, has watched his stepmother almost get killed, has been living in this shithole for
Where's
years?
Conrad?
I don't
Did
understand.
he not make it out? He lost it in the tunnel. Attacked us. What do you mean? What happened? He and Clem started arguing, and then shit just went south. We had to leave him
It does,
behind.
Pringles. It does. How are you?
Shit! Fuck!
Try to stay quiet.
Jesus fucking Christ. Damn it, Conrad.
And the girl, where is she? Or should we assume the worst?
She ran off.
I just don't know what the hell is going on anymore. God, what a shit show.
This isn't what any of us wanted. But right now, we need to find Kate and Eleanor.
You're right. I just wish...
The gates are this way. If your people are here, that's where they would have ended up.
Why is it so quiet? Thought there'd be New Frontier marching in the streets and shit.
Be quiet,
Racing
dude.
on walkers or... whatever the fuck they do.
It does seem strangely quiet.
Maybe we just got lucky.
It's quiet. Too quiet. It's always too quiet.
Ah, fuck. Did they see us?
I don't think so.
Can you see anything, Javi? What are they doing? That's their car!
Hey, keep it down.
There's a bunch of murderers. Nice and quiet.
Kate, can you hear me?
Look, there they are!
Kate, talk to me. Say something.
Javi,
Yes.
could really use something to take the edge off right about now.
Very funny.
I've been saving it for a while.
Kate! Are you okay?
Come here.
Where's Eleanor?
She went ahead to get help. She hasn't come back.
Damn it. They must have got her.
Jesus, how far is it to their compound?
Not too much farther now. A couple blocks at most.
I thought he was like
help me
exclaiming
lift her
Jesus.
up.
Like, Jesus, how far is it to the compound? I didn't think he was talking to Jesus.
I'm thinking Kate's not gonna make it much longer. So it's time we walk up to their front door and say hello.
All right, fine.
Here we go.
There it is. New Richmond.
We're here, Kate. I'm gonna get you inside, okay?
Javi?
Oh, her
you
neck
can save
animations.
me. How about you and me finally take that trip to Norway? The Northern Lights. Remember? Sky lit up all green and purple.
As long as we make some time to hit the slopes, I'm in.
495, how's it going? Welcome.
Jesus, there's a solid possibility this isn't gonna go our way. If you want to stay behind, I wouldn't blame you.
Hey, this is where I was going in the first place.
Not too much, man. Just here hanging out, you know?
Hey!
Trying not to get my whole crew killed. Not doing very well.
You again? You must have some kind of death wish.
She needs medical help.
And you have one of our people.
Uh-huh. What's your point? After what you did to our people? I'm not inclined to help any of you.
I am begging you, please help us. If we don't get her to a hospital, she'll die.
Then I guess she's gonna die.
It was your men that shot her. Your bullets. You owe it to us to help now.
We don't owe you shit. It's got
Yeah, I
nothing
think
to
so.
do with me. Your people, your problems.
She dies, I'm holding you personally responsible.
Just because you say something doesn't make it so.
Please! Kate's dying! She needs help!
It's not like I don't have a heart, okay? But your people started this whole fucking thing in the first place.
Let's not forget what you did at Prescott. What you did to our home.
Prescott, right? That whole situation was a damn mess. It happened. It's over. Nothing I can do about it now.
My niece is dead. You know you owe us this.
Now, all of you, lower your weapons.
Might be a good idea to play along here, at least for now.
You put him down, I'll see that as an expression of good faith.
But yeah,
Nice and easy.
I think Clem is the only one that's survived out of all of them so far.
Put him down.
Unless like Kenny magically appears again, I don't know.
You're the boss.
But so far, yeah, it's just Clem.
Yeah, okay.
Hands behind your heads, all of you.
I mean, technically, we don't know whatever happened to Chris.
Can't give him another inch.
For Kate, okay?
Now, get on your knees.
If he was gonna kill us, I think he'd have done it by now.
Do you hear me? I said knees.
Most of them have died.
Get
Like in the original group, Duck and Katja died. Kenny's wife and kid. The one woman who had the dad that died, she took off with the RV, so she's technically not written out as dead, but she's just disappeared. Kenny just disappeared. He didn't technically die. At least we didn't see him die in this version. Lee died. The woman that got shot in the head. The guy at the store that was barricaded who got eaten by the fence. Was that everybody in our group? The old man got killed on the street that we met on the train. He got killed on the street. Benjamin, he died, I think. Yeah, he got eaten by the zombies when we thought Kenny got eaten, but Kenny got away. So yeah, Kenny and the one girl that stole the RV were written off, and everybody else died. Yeah, the kid who kept fucking up. He's the one that got eaten with Kenny. Like they were, the kid tried to jump and he fell into the crowd, got stabbed, and then the zombies went after him and Kenny stayed with him. And then that's where Kenny survived. So it's implied the kid died. But that's that group. That in the second season we had, at the end of the first season we had Omid and Krista. Yeah. They made it to the second season. Omid got shot in the head. Krista disappeared. She's another one that we haven't heard from, good or bad. She just got chased by those guys when we got caught by the second group. So yeah, Krista, the woman with the RV, and Kenny have technically not been witnessed to be killed. We assume they probably died, but we don't know for sure. Thank you for the Omid reminder, but that's pretty much what's happened so far.
Guess you were serious about this after all.
What the hell's going on out here?
They said they weren't here to hurt anybody, so I was trying to see if they...
Oh my god.
Dad?
Of course he's the one in charge. Our D-bag brother is the one in charge. I'm really glad that I waited to finish this sequence this time around. So the excitement's here so I can start right away. And I can skip the credits this time? I didn't even notice that last time. This is amazing. This was definitely an upgrade versus the last one. Good job, Telltale, for doing that. And that's the stream, everybody. I'm done. What is it? 40 minutes of me talking, 10 minutes of gameplay. Dang. That was a good twist. I didn't expect that at all. Good twist.
Previously on The Walking Dead.
Hey, Dr. H, how's it going? I meant to say hi to you earlier and I forgot. How have you been? It's been a hot minute.
Sleeping.
No, Yaya. People's awake.
Pipa and Yaya are not Spanish. Or at least I've never heard them being used in Spanish.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Did I say a quick stream? Yes. Yes, very, very quick.
Hey!
Joaquin, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So far,
Put your hands up. Close your eyes.
I forgot she was eating an apple. I know people say this is the weakest out of the group. So far, I'm enjoying it.
Mari!
It's way more cold-hearted than the last 2 seasons were. But I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
Hey.
Nice, Dr.
What do we
H.
call
It's
you?
been a couple of days. Are you feeling
Sorry,
anything yet,
forgot
like
to introduce
side effect-wise?
It's Paul, but my friends call me Jesus.
I fucking knew it.
You're one of them?
You're goddamn right she is.
You want to shoot me? Shoot me.
How about I shoot your little boyfriend here instead?
Holy shit!
What's that game called?
What the hell's going on out here?
Oh my god.
I think I know where Telltale got their inspiration for their character. It just clicked on me. For the brother or whatever, not the brother, the kid, the
I hate being out so close
annoying
to
teenager guy.
It's harder to see them coming.
We're just gonna get that propane.
When he comes up on screen, I'll show you all.
I saw it in that pickup truck parked down the road a little, in front of the Wallace's house. I just wish there was an easier way to get it, and that we didn't have to risk life and limb every damn day.
Nothing's easy anymore, Kate. But that doesn't mean we don't have to try.
I know. It's just hard to get used to, that's all.
We get over there, we grab the tank, and we get the hell back home. If we're lucky, we won't see a single one of those things.
Fingers crossed. There it is!
Let's take it and go. Empty.
You've got to be fucking kidding me! God damn it! Of course it's empty. Why would we get that lucky?
Hey, don't beat yourself up about it. It was worth a shot. It just didn't work out.
I'm sorry. I'm just sick of this shit. I just thought this one time we deserve to catch a fucking break.
Uh-oh. It's a little kid, no! Oh.
Kate! You're a hammer now!
Oh god. That's...
I always feel like it's risky to grab their heads. They don't show it in this game. They show a lot in this game, but they don't show this. Preston, if you're watching, you'll like this. Fun fact.
Sorry.
I'm not doing this on purpose. I just happen to know a lot about this kind of stuff because obviously obsessed with zombies.
I wanted to kill it. I really did.
Not so fun fact. Kind of gross, morbid fact. Morbid facts. Have you seen that guy on TikTok, everybody? The guy with the mustache? Who does this voice to sound scary and manly, but it just sounds fake. Anyway, morbid fact. When somebody passes away and they are decomposing, the skin comes loose from the muscles and the bones. So technically speaking, if the kid is that rotted, if you try to like grab his head, you would almost guarantee you would get bitten because the skin would just slough off. So you would grab the head and then your hand would slide and you'd be completely bare to get bitten. So very, very factually inaccurate in this very realistic game about the dead coming back to life. I thought you'd be interesting. I thought you'd be interested to know.
I know him. That was one of Gabe's friends. Drew. He was so sweet. He always had a smile on his face. Gabe worshipped him.
I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm sure he was a good kid.
He's not a kid anymore. He's just one of those things.
This is season 3, Michael Jackson.
I don't even know what to call them.
Zombies.
If they're not...
They're called zombies.
If they're just the dead. Muertos.
That's what we'll call them.
I thought we were gonna die. I thought Gabe and Mariana were just gonna wake up and we would just be gone.
I'm right here, okay? I'm here. You're here. We're still alive. That's what matters.
They're dead. What do we call them?
Can we
Dead,
go back now?
but in Spanish. Like chai tea, or naan bread, or carne asada steak. Muerto dead. Oh man. Always gives me a good chuckle.
I know we all wanted to stay here in the house and wait for David to come back. But it's been 3 months since he drove away with your mom.
What are you saying?
We're not safe here. Not anymore. You and I could have been killed out there. For an empty can.
What makes you think it's gonna be better anywhere else? Everything and everyone outside this door is dead.
Exactly. How long until one of those things gets in? We stay, somebody's going to get hurt. Or worse.
Vaqueros, the Cowboys. Yep.
With this plan?
The kids will understand.
Yep.
And if they don't, we'll just make them see it our way. We have to go.
How come?
Look how little he
I don't
is.
want to leave.
Gabe.
We're safe inside the house. And I bet we can find more food in the neighborhood if we just look harder.
We're tired of being afraid. Every time we leave you guys alone. And it's just getting worse out there. Better to leave now. While we still can.
But what about Dad?
Don't worry, in a
What's
few
he
years
gonna
we'll
think
find
if
him.
He shows up and we just ditched him.
Your dad would want us to do this, Gabe. He'd want us to survive.
We've been surviving. Here. At home.
Barely.
I'm sorry, Gabe. But Javi's right.
How about you guys go and I stay here?
You're a kid. That's not how it works.
I can take care of myself. If I need any help, I'll just ask my friends.
Gabe, honey.
What? What's wrong with her? Why is she acting so weird?
Nothing's wrong with her. She's just a little shook up. That's all.
We can't lie to him, Javi. He needs to know.
Will you guys just tell me what's going on?
Your friend, Drew, from down the street? He didn't make it. He turned into one of them. So you understand why, don't you? Why we have to leave? If that happened to you, I couldn't bear it.
When do we have to go?
Tomorrow. As soon as it's...
Maybe you should stay here, little girl.
I want to leave him a note.
You might have a better
I'll have
chance.
to get started. Okay?
What are we gonna tell him? I want to say something good.
Tell him we'll find him. Somehow. We're all gonna see each other again.
I like that. I'm gonna write it right now, so we don't forget.
Of course.
I'll help him.
Thank you.
Oh, he's gonna be big mad his daughter's dead. He's gonna blame us. Even though his own people did it. Ooh, how are we gonna convince him that his own people killed his daughter? He won't believe us. I just thought of that. That's crazy. Tara, how's it going? How are you? Dude, we need to convince him that his own people killed his daughter. He won't believe it. He won't believe it. That's a really eerie looking bunny. Just tell him English and Spanish. What happened to my daughter? Well, this thing happened that we like to call tu grupo la mató, which means a way of saying your group killed her. But it's not exactly that. No, this thing happened to her. We like to call it tu grupo la mató. What is tu grupo la mató? I've never heard of that. It sounds exotic. Well, I'm glad she's tu grupo la matóing. That's,
Dad?
good for her.
Javi, is that really you? I always hoped I'd find you.
I can't fucking believe this. It's you.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Tara.
I knew you were still alive. I knew it.
Hey, weapons down! This is my family!
You gotta let us in. Kate doesn't have much longer.
Jesus. Kate!
David.
I'm here, honey. I'm right here. What the hell happened?
She's been shot. We got the bullet out, but she's still bleeding. We need your doctor. Now, David.
What the fuck is she on the ground for? She's barely got a pulse. She's cold as fucking ice. How are you just gonna leave her here like this?
We were trying to prove that we could be trusted, that we'd follow orders. Anything to get her to your hospital.
You that afraid of an injured woman, Max?
It wasn't her. It was the rest of them.
There, we didn't rat him out.
She hasn't been checked.
Fuck that. This is my wife.
I didn't know. Honest.
We didn't throw him under the bus, so he better not get mad at us.
I'm gonna help you, honey. I'm gonna make sure of it.
Wait, I'm going with you.
Sorry, but the rest of you have to go straight to quarantine.
What for?
All newcomers get checked for bites, and they all have to answer a couple of questions. Our doctor will clear the two of them, but the rest of you have to come with me to the quarantine holding area.
If Kate's going to the hospital, then so am I.
Not yet. First, you go through quarantine, then we'll see.
This is bullshit.
When you said that, Tara,
Come on.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
of course our douchebag brother doesn't even turn back.
Let's go.
We helped protect his family for all this time, and he no thanks, no gratitude or anything. Shocking. When you said that, Tara, about you don't speak Spanish, so you would assume that what I was saying was true, it reminds me of when I was in high school. There was this girl that I went to high school with. I ended up dating her best friend at the time. This was like when we were like 15, so it wasn't like really dating, but whatever. We dated for like 2 months. But this girl had like a really big crush on me, and we never dated, we never anything. I just knew she had a really big crush on me. I didn't see her for years. And when I was about 25-ish, maybe, I ran into her again. And she was still the sweet, beautiful person that I've always known. But by the time I had met her, she had gone to Honduras, I think. Maybe Costa Rica? Maybe Costa Rica. She'd gone to live there for a year to teach English and to like, work on something out there. And so she learned Spanish. And apparently she was like in love with this guy out there, and she was telling me all about it. That's why she brought it up, is she was telling me about how like she had gone out there, she'd met this guy, she'd fallen in love, but then things didn't work out the way they should have. But then she had to bring up the fact that now that she understood Spanish, she had a little gripe with me. And the gripe was that when we were in high school, she thought I had one of the sexiest names. Because, she had heard Luis Ernesto Paredes. She's like, wow, that's like so exotic and sexy. But then when she learned Spanish, she realized my name translated to Luis Walls. And she's like, that's not sexy. that's not sexy. I'm like, yeah, no, I never said it was. It's just, so when you said that, just made me think of that. Just made me think of how she thought my last name was sexy because she didn't know Spanish, and just the exotic sound made it sound sexy. And then she learned the language and she goes, oh, that's not sexy at all. That's not sexy at all. We went, how are you? Welcome. How was the wasteland? The Pink Floyd failed titles, exactly.
Trip.
Oh God, Eleanor!
I still have only watched the first two episodes of Fallout. I need to watch
Engine
more
up
of
and
them.
died. I came here looking for help, and this.
Nice, Weewood. Nice. I hope you're having fun
I've been
doing
so
that.
worried about
Those are the
Kate.
parts that I hate
I told them she needed a doctor.
of like any game, not just those.
They promised me someone would look into it.
Well, luckily we found her before she got any worse. They just took her to the hospital.
I can't believe no one went to look for her. I'm sorry, Javi. Really, but I didn't have any reason not to believe them. What?
The people here in Richmond, their new frontier.
Oh my god.
Oh, you ain't
I don't
even
blame
heard
you,
the
Ty.
first part yet.
I wouldn't be able to.
One of them's his brother. I didn't even know you had a brother, Javi.
Hey, nobody's more surprised than me. I thought the guy was dead. We haven't seen David in years. It's just been me, Kate, and the kids this whole time.
I don't even want to think about what the odds are, but he did seem pretty damn surprised to see you.
Whoever this guy is, he can't be all bad, right?
He is. His people
I mean,
killed his own daughter.
He helped Kate instead of hauling her down here.
Of course he brought her inside. She's his damn wife.
You're kidding. Kate is married to your brother?
The only reason I know Kate is because she married David. I was the best man at their wedding.
Wow.
It's still not that. Holy crap, Ty. That's crazy.
Family drama aside, hope you know I'm not about to make nice with New Frontier. I know you didn't have much stake in Prescott, Javi, but they burned that place to the ground for no fucking reason.
After everything you folks told me, I'm guessing I'm not gonna find my people alive.
Hell, Javi. They killed your niece! Shot Kate!
I'll read the messages in just a second. I'm seeing a really long message. Just want to
behind it.
figure out what's happening here.
And even if it wasn't his idea in the first place, if he knew about it and didn't stop it...
I hate to admit it, but there's a chance he gave the order. If he didn't know it was them, if he was just trying to get payback for what was stolen, it's possible.
What was he like when you knew?
He was a dick.
You guys get along? He seemed happy enough to see you up there.
Things between me and him were complicated. Some days we'd be at each other's throats. Other days we could shoot the shit for hours and still find stuff to talk about.
So he's a moody son of a bitch, huh? If your brother knew anything about what happened in Prescott, he's got to answer for it. They all do. I owe that to Conrad. I'm not just gonna let things slide. I've never really been an eye-for-eye kind of man. But people died. We need to even out the scales.
We need to look like we're playing along with their rules. Go along with what they say. For now. Then, when the time is right, that's when we demand justice.
Hey.
You know what? You know what, Ty? My initial thought when I read Weewan's message... hold on. Yeah, my initial thought when I read Weewan's message was like, no way. But there have been some women that have popped up on my For You page with like insanely thick Scottish accents. I get it. I get it. I totally get it. I have a friend who occasionally speaks in Scottish accent. And even that, like, nope. Didn't pay attention to what I just said, but also keep talking like that. Oh, that's why you guys like that I'm talking like Vlad or Miguel. It's not me that you find sexy. It's just the accent. I get it. I get it. Fine, I just won't do it anymore. Yeah. Yeah, Tara. Yeah. And that's why, like, when I first had the thought, I thought of, like, a Scottish man, and I was like, I don't see that as sexy at all. I don't think it's, like, a dumb accent. It's just, I don't see it as sexy. And then I thought of, like, some of the women that have popped on my For You page, and I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. Then maybe I'll pay attention. Oh, man. How do you become a Twitch affiliate? You have to have an average of 5 viewers on Twitch, and you have to stream, I think it's 30 hours a month or a week or something. It's all on Twitch's website, dude. You just have to look it up.
Hey.
I would have been here sooner, but I had to take care of something.
Take care of something? That was suspicious.
Come on already. Kate's asking for you. Maybe you think it's okay to keep a lady waiting.
What about the rest of my friends?
They're not invited. Hurry up now.
Ah, the dickishness has gotten even worse.
Don't apply to everyone, huh?
That's right. Some people get out of here early. Others stay a long fucking time.
Trip, just drop it, okay?
Smart cookie, this one.
Javi, just go.
You don't have to be a douchebag about it, man.
I'll be back as soon as I can. You know that.
Thanks.
Go along with them for now? That doesn't sound good. We have a process, our own way of doing things.
You
Your
heard
guys
it.
better not have
Oops.
a problem with that. Things don't go well for troublemakers here. I hope that's clear.
David, you threw us in a cell. Don't expect us to smile about it.
We do that to protect our people. It's not personal.
You sure about that?
Come on.
I mean, I agree. I'm with him
Where are
on
we
that,
going?
but, like,
Kate asked for you.
he doesn't have to be a douche about it either.
Thought you'd want to check on her. Listen, Javi, Gabe, he told me some pretty messed up things. Things I need your help wrapping my head around. I can see you know what this is about.
You didn't give me an option to not know what it's
You
about.
told me you lost Mariana. Just a few days ago.
I'm sorry, David. She's gone.
It's strange grieving for the same person twice. Like losing something you didn't know you had. What was she like, Javi? She was so little when we got separated. Who did my little girl become?
Mariana saw things that other people didn't. She told me she wanted to write down her memories to keep them alive after she was gone.
Sounds like her. Always was a dreamer. How did she die? Tell me how it happened.
She was just standing there, minding her own business. She just found her lost headphones in the dirt. She was smiling. And then someone put a bullet in her head.
What kind of animal would just open fire on her like that?
It was
An
your
animal
people.
with your mark.
My people aren't in the habit of killing little girls.
David, I was there. They shot Kate too. Ask your buddy at the gate if you don't believe me.
Max was a part of this? Fuck.
Yeah, bro.
I need details. What the hell went down out there? I need to know exactly what happened. Everything you remember.
They ambushed us in a junkyard. Just unloaded on us. They chased us back to this town, Prescott. Their leader flooded it with walkers and tear gas.
Leader?
A crazy bald guy with a beard.
Badger, what the fuck have you done now? I'm gonna handle that stupid son of a bitch, okay? Do me a favor, keep this to yourself. The politics here, they can get messy.
I thought you were the boss.
There's 4 of us that run Richmond. You need to impress the other 3. Or you'll be back on the road by morning.
Oh, that just made things complicated.
Try not to stir things up. You and your friends could have a very short stay.
I can be impressive when I try. I'll follow your lead.
Just don't get cute. I run security.
Oh, that's complicated
It's
now.
not like my word is law. This shit with Badger doesn't make things any easier.
Hey, it's the...
Who's the fresh meat?
Ava, this is my brother, Javi.
The baseball brother? No shit. What are the chances of you turning up on the doorstep?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Ava.
Oh, is it now? You didn't say he was a gentleman, David.
That's because he's not. Ava's my right hand. If there's anyone you can trust in Richmond, it's her.
This is intense. Sorry, I'm trying to like...
The fucking soldier. She was the first person I met up with after you and me got separated. I never would have made it without her.
Trying to make sure that you know I'm attentive, but like, I don't want to interrupt. But this is intense.
Gabe said you went back to the house. At the start. I'm sorry I never found you.
It doesn't matter now. We found each other in the end.
It matters to me. Mama and I got routed out of the city on the way to the hospital. It wasn't long before she...
Poor Mama.
I couldn't get back into Baltimore, so I hooked up with my old unit. We thought we could build a safe zone outside D.C. After what happened to Mama and everyone else, I thought you were all dead. But you were taking care of them, weren't you? Somehow you found a way.
We took care of each other. We all had each other's backs.
You've changed, brother. Took the end of the world, but you finally grew up. This is where they're treating Kate. Don't get comfortable. We're not staying long.
Oh man, I feel tense watching this. I feel so tense. Because like, we know what we've experienced so far, and we obviously have Clementine that, you know, skews our bias because we've experienced a bunch of episodes with her. But if you really, really put yourself in Javi's shoes, he's been alone with his family this whole time. He gets ambushed and killed by these people, who one of the leaders is his asshole brother. We get taken in by this other place, but they weren't really happy to have us there when we were there. But they still took us. And now we're with our brother and we're finding out things are really complicated in this town. I'm like torn because my outsider view is like, I don't want to trust these guys because I trust Clementine and she doesn't trust them. And this other town helped us and they don't trust them. But this is also our brother and his family and he wouldn't do anything to hurt us. Ah, man, that's intense. That is intense.
Hey!
Hey, kid. Got everything you need?
Yeah. This place is like a resort. Check it out, Javi. Noodles in a cup.
We need to get you some real food. Stat. Turn you into a soldier.
Yeah, it's so complicated, Dr. H.
Javi, I'm glad you're okay.
You know me. I'm always okay.
Damn, it's good to have you back. Look at this family. Look at my wife. Isn't she the most beautiful woman alive?
Come on. With the lights off, you could mistake me for a walker.
I'm Pretty sure you have to say that.
Doesn't make it not true.
What, you okay?
My...
Shit. I'll get the doc.
She's lying.
I'm fine. I just needed to talk to you.
I knew it.
I'm scared, Javi. More than I was the whole time on the road. Even when I thought I was going to die, everything inside me screams to get away from here. These people are killers. And David?
Let's just get you better, Kate. The facility's here.
I don't care about facilities. We did fine without them before.
You didn't have a ruptured spleen before.
These people nearly killed me, Javi.
All right, see you later.
David's
I was gonna say see you later, Jet. See you later, Ty. Thanks for hanging out, though.
Mari.
Of course not.
Have a good evening, man.
It's always been you
And thank
me
you.
on the
Hopefully
road,
the editing
Javi.
goes smooth.
That's how we've made it this far. Please, promise me we'll go back to that the first chance we get. This place, it's a cage.
I hear you, Kate, but we can't just turn our backs on this place. On my brother.
Javi.
We have to try to make it work.
I used to say that about my fucked up marriage. Guess it still applies.
Oh yeah, she wasn't happy. I forgot about that.
Please don't leave me alone for too long.
I forgot she doesn't.
Feeling better?
How you doing, sweetheart? David reported some pain.
It's less now.
Strange how it just comes and goes.
She was rambling a bit. Yeah, I think she's delirious.
Well, she seems cogent now. But it's nothing to be alarmed about. Pain often comes in waves with abdominal wounds. I'll give you something to take the edge off, in case it
Not
comes
good.
back. Truly superlative work. I thought I'd have to operate, but all she needed was IV fluids and some antibiotics. How did you find someone with skills like these? A wound like this kills 9 out of 10. Whoever did this really knows their stuff.
We got lucky. We met a group with a medic, Eleanor, just before Kate got shot. The same group in quarantine now.
She's there now? We should let her out. I'll vouch for her.
Agreed. I'll have Ava bring her here.
I want to meet this Eleanor. I'm sure she'll be an asset to our community.
The rest of those guys can contribute, if that's what it takes to get free. They're all pretty handy in a fight.
That's why they're all under guard. Javi and I have to go meet some people now.
Manny, I don't know who that
Can't
is.
prove he's worth it.
I'm out of the loop. I'm assuming it's from an anime?
We're gonna take real good care of you. Okay?
I know I've heard Sasuke before, but I don't
Send my
know.
apologies,
Oh, from Naruto. Okay, I've never
I won't
watched
be
that
able to
show.
make it.
Feeling okay?
Fine. I just want to keep an eye on my patient. The others know my vote is with you.
Come on.
I think I've watched one episode, like the very,
Remember
very
what I
first
said?
episode.
When we meet these guys, keep what happened to Mariana to yourself. Badger is one of my guys, and I will handle him.
I watched the first episode. I haven't watched more, but I do want to see it because I hear it's a really good show. This is so layered and so complicated and stressful.
It may look pretty, but it's all sugars. There's no substance.
It tastes pretty, Clint. That's all that matters. Ah, the brother.
Javi, meet the guys. Clint runs food production. The crops you saw, that's him and his people. Jones, our bridge to the outside world. She handles contact with other settlements.
Pleased to meet you, Javi. I trust you've been treated well. I hope you haven't been handled too roughly. Some of our people left their courtesy with their old lives.
No complaints here. I get that you guys have a way of doing things.
Thank you. We have to be careful. I'm sure you can understand. We were just about to eat.
Manny, which actor,
Clint
like
was
which
trying to
character
convince
is
me of the
Sasuke?
essential
Voice
superiority
actor.
of his cream spinach over my magnificent Black Forest gâteau.
It's no contest. The spinach has real nutritional value.
Javi, take a look at that table. You tell me what you'd rather put in your belly. Spinach from Clint's garden, or a baked delicacy by yours truly?
Everything looks so good. I want it all.
So polite, David. You sure he's your brother?
Can't trust a diplomat. Always saying one thing and thinking another.
Please, make yourself
I
comfortable.
mean, I agree with him. I agree with him. I chose it because I didn't want to make either of them
value
mad.
straight talk here,
Man,
so
I want some
please,
cake, though.
Forgive me if I seem direct. We're usually pretty strict about who we open our doors to. Your brother's word counts for a lot.
Is that so?
The three of us and Dr. Lingard.
And Dr. H, yeah, that's what I felt. It felt like I would have to watch like a bunch of episodes to start getting the flow of it. Because the first episode I just felt lost. But I didn't stop watching it because I was bored. I stopped watching it because I don't have access to it. I canceled my accounts shortly after that, and so I just never sat down and watched it. But I do want to watch it though. You should have, Tara. I like the McCain's cake. You put it in the fridge so it's nice and cold. Oh, love McCain's cake. A little bit of ice cream. Oh.
Make all the decisions here, so yeah.
People who choose to stay with us, they have to deal with us bossing them around. Not saying you wouldn't, but it can be an adjustment. Especially for the more independent-minded. There's no structure out there now.
I always do what I'm told. Ask my older brother.
You're gonna fit in well, Javi. I can see that already.
When Joan and I met your brother, he was trying his hand at fruit.
Fruit?
We found him slowly murdering an orchard on the Shenandoah River.
Howdy fucking ha.
I helped him bring it back to life.
We had a good run there.
For as long as it lasted.
What happened?
What always happens. We trusted the wrong damn people.
Probably
That's what
Dr.
led us
H.
to start this.
I'm not sure.
Wondering what this fine piece of body art is all about?
That looks pretty intense. Doesn't it hurt?
It's burned into your flesh. Of course it fucking hurts. It's a sign of commitment, not a Buddhist symbol from your year abroad.
It was a crude answer to a difficult problem, and it hasn't always worked. Please understand. We had a terrible winter just after we moved here. We lost a great deal. Loved ones who left holes in our lives. Protecting my people from that kind of pain, that's what keeps me awake at night. It turned me into a perpetual night owl. I know it's a lot to ask.
I know how you feel.
Next time I play
Seeing
this,
the people I care about
I'm
suffer.
definitely going to play the
It's a terrible feeling.
realist.
I just want to shield them from it all.
It's
and
a
not just
noble
suck up.
aim.
Next time.
One worth fighting.
This time I'm sucking up. Oh boy, here we go.
Max? What are you doing here?
I sent for him.
Since when does he answer to you?
From what I hear, he's well acquainted with your brother. They exchanged a few bullets outside our walls.
Is that right? Is there bad blood between you and Max?
Nothing that can't be worked out.
I want to hear that from Javi.
Let's just say I wouldn't invite him to my wedding.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking go.
Good, because I just said you wouldn't be invited.
Max, how did this start?
Don't look at him. You have an obligation to tell the truth.
We caught him siphoning gas from one of our vehicles.
Max.
Sorry, David. I know he's family, but your brother's a thief.
Is it true?
I didn't know it was your vehicle.
Answer her. I was scavenging whatever I could find. I had no idea it belonged to you.
If you just asked, we'd have given it to you. That's not all. Rufus said Clementine ran his truck off the road just to break him free.
Clementine?
The girl we had trouble with in the past. You can always judge a man by the company he keeps. Running with that girl don't look good.
I would say not.
Clementine's not a bad person, at least from what I've seen.
Of course you'd say that. You got that honor among thieves.
This is who you're asking us to vouch for, Dave?
That was a really unfair selection. All of them protected Clementine. None of them gave like a... This is what I don't like as a neurodivergent person. This is what I don't like about these games sometimes. And I'm not complaining as in like this is bad about this game. This is where I struggle with these games. Is I would have answered, I had nothing to do with that part. But seeing as I was tied up and being brought to someplace I didn't know, and then the truck ran off the road, what else was I supposed to do? I was gonna go with the person who stopped me from being kidnapped when I didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, it's a bit more complicated than just Clementine's a good person. I also don't know Clementine, so like, sometimes it's frustrating having a brain where it's like I need to say a lot more than just that.
You know we can't just open our doors to bandits. We're trying to build something different here.
Everything I did out there was to protect my people. That's more than I can say for you.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Javi?
You have something to say?
Uh-oh.
No. That's it.
That's right. He knows what he done. There ain't nothing more to say.
It's clear your brother doesn't belong here. Javi and his people have to go.
You're overreacting. It was a scuffle over supplies.
We've exiled people for less.
Sorry, David. Your soldiers are already wild enough. We can't add more crazy to the mix.
Take Javi and everyone in quarantine to the gate. Give them a pack with a bare minimum to survive.
Look, we can't fight this. Not now. Kate and Gabe will be safe here. Your doctor friend too. But the rest of you, you're gonna have to do what they say. I'm sorry. It's out of my hands.
Again, none of the options are like, fine, I'll trust you.
Just stay alive. Okay?
Because like at this point in my estimation, my family is safe. So as long as these douchebags leave us alone, I'll survive. That's cool. Exactly, right, Tara? Like sometimes you just need to give that explanation and then people will be like, oh, okay.
My thumbs. You hear me, asshole?
Like a simple explanation of, we didn't know who the hell you guys were. How was I supposed to ask? Was I supposed to go up to like every person in every town in the next 1,000 kilometers and be like, does this gas belong to you? When I haven't seen people in months?
God damn it, Javi! Let go of me!
This isn't gonna help Eleanor. Don't make it worse for her.
Do not fuck this up.
Did you not just watch me try to stop him?
There's a settlement a few miles west of here. Don't come back.
Ugh. He's not gonna take the hand, I knew it.
Did you piss in someone's oatmeal back there? Thought you were gonna play along. We trusted you.
Everything was going okay. At first. I don't know what happened back there.
Yeah, well, I got a pretty good idea what's gonna happen out here.
Let's just see what they gave us.
Knowing them, it's probably a butter knife and a stick of gum.
They could have just shot us.
More than once.
Oh, how fucking neighborly.
Again, more context. What happened back there? They asked the guy who attacked us what happened, and they took his word over mine. You say that, and the people you're with will be like, oh, okay, there was nothing you could do. Seeing as we also attacked those guys that they asked. Instead of just, I don't know, I lost control. No, dude, tell them they brought in a witness that made you out the bad guy no matter what. Communication, folks. Communication's important. Sorry, I'm frustrated that these people don't communicate. They're the worst.
What's that?
Looks like a map. I doubt they give one to everyone.
How about you don't open it right in front of
packed
the
bag.
place so they can run and tell them?
Is it tied to a baseball bat?
David's sense of humor was always poorly timed. Looks like they're expanding. Some of these areas are marked clear. Okay. There's Richmond. That helps.
But we can't go back there.
Knowing where it is lets us know where we are.
pretty sure David wants us to go there. And if this is us here, then I think we can head along this path. Just gotta head north. And to find north,
we need to find the North Star.
That's it. We need to go this way. What else is in there?
Not a whole lot. Flashlight, not enough weapons. No food.
Let's go.
Where'd the baseball bat go? He put it on his back. We don't have the baseball bat all of a sudden?
What's up?
I can't lose anyone else. I'm telling you. I can't.
Almighty Viking, how's it going?
Prescott, Conrad, maybe Eleanor.
Knock that shit off, Trip. You're better than that.
We'll see. Sorry, man. Rough day, to say the least. I know you got my back, and I got yours.
Of course.
After you.
I've got yours, with a knife in it. Yeah, I liked season 2, except for one really big point of Clementine being the star. I don't think that was a good idea. I think that's why they brought Javi in for this, because Clementine being the star just made everything sound stupid. In the sense of, like, all the adults were relying on a child to decide everything. But if you ignore that part, the rest of it was awesome.
I thought you and Kate were, you know... I wouldn't have guessed she was married to not you. I ain't judging, mind you. I'm just curious. What's the story? Ain't my business, I know, but what have we got to lose out here?
She's my brother's wife. She's family. End of story.
Come on, man. You're not a dumbass.
Kieran, we're about halfway through.
These kind of things, the story never really ends.
About halfway through season 3.
At least.
A little bit over halfway.
What's that?
Who you love, who loves you, if they're one and the same or otherwise.
Yeah, you're right. Goddamn mess.
And it never quite washes out. Eleanor and I, we were something at some point. But
Yeah, seriously. This big electrical machine is in trouble. Clementine, I'm sure you can figure it out, 11-year-old. I'm pregnant and I don't know who the daddy is. 11-year-old. What do I tell him? Do you know what sex is? No? Well, you tell me who I tell who the daddy is. Clementine, that guy killed somebody and he looks like he's off his rocker. You go talk to him. Make him feel better. What? Why are you choosing an 11-year-old for this? It's so weird. Ugh, it's so weird.
But nothing now. I respect her wishes. I really do. I just wish my heart respected mine.
Boy, what an ultimately human
Jesus
feeling
got
to
his eye on
have.
something. What you got for us, man?
Listen.
I'm not sure what you're asking, Almighty Viking.
About a quarter mile out. Heading the same way we are.
Well, we could hit walkers any second. We better scoot.
This one I feel is better at storytelling, Dr. H, than number 2 was. The responses don't really make sense in this one. It feels like there's a lot of fake choices they're giving us. You know what I mean? Like, it'll say one thing and you click it and they'll respond very differently, using those words, but in a very different way than what you think it's going to be, based on the options you have. But overall, I think this story is a lot more nuanced and complicated than Season 2 was. Season 2, the characters were very, like, black and white, yes or no. Here, they have a lot of layers to them, which make them a lot more interesting. Oh,
Batter up, fuckface.
I mean, I was with Kenny, but then we ended up at the base and he left us there.
Come on, man. Move your ass.
Brian, how's it going? How you been?
You want a piece of this?
Although the one thing, just like I complained about it making no sense that Clementine was kind of like the hero that everybody relied on, what makes no sense in this one that I'm struggling with is Javi is just like an epic badass. And somebody brought up the fact of like, well, he's been surviving for a few years, you'd expect him to be badass. I'd expect him to be able to take care of himself, but like, dude's getting headshots as if, my friend said this, as if he's like Jason Bourne. Like, he's just headshot after headshot. Here, he's like, kick to the chest, back to the head. Like, he just seems like an epic battler. And it's like, that seems a little weird for a washed up gambler.
Be more careful with this.
It's not like he was a martial artist back in the day or a cop back in the day. Do you know what I mean?
We're even now.
I'm doing good, Brian. Just here hanging out, enjoying this game. The stream's going to be over in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Walkers are everywhere. I had to cover myself in walker guts to get away.
I have to go like edit and stuff.
We're heading to a factory nearby. Should be safe.
I thought you were going to Richmond. New Frontier kick you out? Doesn't surprise me. Not one bit.
Not all of us. Kate and Gabe are still there. With David.
David? That asshole's still around?
This is gonna sound really weird, but he's my brother.
What? Wait, this place we're going, David sent you there?
It's supposed to be safe.
Clem.
Yeah, but that doesn't really... Okay, so it changes the fact of, like, he wasn't a gambler, but a baseball player is not a fighter. They're not known for their martial arts prowess. They're known for hitting a ball with a stick and running. I don't remember the part of baseball where headshots was a pertinent skill to have. Do you know what I mean? That's the point. You're nuancing it with something that has no argument against what I've just said. It's the what do they call it? Semantics. But the point is, there's zero reason for him to be this skilled at what he's doing. You know, he can swing a bat, which is great. Depends on how bad of a pitcher you are. He does know how to use a bat. I will definitely say that. But it's like he's running around jumping and shooting and headshots everywhere. And it's like a little bit too, like, I would be totally down if what just happened right now, really kick the guy in the chest, hit him with a baseball bat, and like was pretty epic. And it's like, yeah, he was a baseball player. He'd know how to use a bat really well. But the headshot part was the part where I was like, no, doesn't matter how epic he is. There's no way that would be happening. That's the only part that I'm like, this could have been better done in the game. And even then, not a huge deal. It was a lot less believable to have an 11-year-old being the leader.
Trust him, Javi. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, Brian, yeah. I've been trying to stream roughly around this time all the time.
Again.
Normally, I'd be going for like another hour and a half. But because I have to edit and get it done in the next couple of days,
they promised they'd help him.
I have to stop the stream quick.
That turned out to be a lie.
Yeah, and even if David taught him, he wouldn't have had the practice, right? Like, shooting a target is very different than shooting a person. And David has experience with shooting people, so like you said, it would make sense. But
I don't care what they say.
But yeah, him being so crazy with a gun is just like, no, that wouldn't happen. No way. Yeah, lots of flashbacks. Which is great, it adds to it.
Huh?
Makes it interesting. Uh-oh. Although it kind of feels like every choice we make when we're in a flashback is already predisposed.
AJ, please. You have to be quiet.
He looks sick, poor baby. Vancomycin. You think I'll like season 4 more? You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. So far, I like season 1 a lot, and I'm liking this one better than 2. Season 4 has been great. Yeah, I'm really excited for 4 because I have heard it's better than this one. Now, I have heard 2 is better than this one as well. People have said that this is the weakest out of all of them, but I actually prefer this one to number 2. Giving a baby a shot is not a good idea. He's gonna cry.
Clem.
Dr. Lingard, what's the matter with you?
I'm fine. Clem, please don't. The vancomycin. That's the last of it. It'll be wasted on AJ. I told you. It could save someone's life if used right.
It's the only thing that can save him.
Except it can't. I'm sorry, Clem. I tried everything. I really did.
This will help him get better.
Nothing can help your boy now. Clem, put the drugs back before anyone finds out you took them. You know what they do to thieves here.
Well, I know we get kicked out for being a thief anyway.
To try.
So what harm is this gonna do? We know she's still alive.
Come on, goofball. I need you to be brave for me now, okay? Shh. See? It's not so bad. AJ, shh.
What the hell is this?
I told her it was a bad idea.
You fucking high again? Pull yourself together before the others see you. Deal with the damn kid.
What the fuck were you thinking? You were told those drugs couldn't help him. How could you be so stupid?
You stopped trying to help. I couldn't just sit here and watch AJ die.
We stopped because he was a lost cause. That waste, that'll cost someone's life down the road.
Someone in this camp. Someone who contributes to our survival.
Come on, David. She was just trying to help her kid.
We helped enough! We should have left him out in the woods a week ago!
But look, it's helping.
It doesn't work that way, Clem. You bought him a peaceful moment. Nothing more. I wish I could tell you it would save him.
I'm sorry. I thought there was a chance.
At least he's not suffering.
You think that's worth the cost? We opened our arms to you, made you one of us. This is how you repay us? By stealing? By putting yourself before the group? You're done here. You broke our rules, Clem. Violated our trust.
This was about his survival, so don't you dare judge me.
It's always about survival. We have a better chance of it with you gone.
Maybe we should give her another chance.
Don't fight me on this, Paul. You know what Joan would say if she were here. I'm sorry, Clem. You brought this on yourself.
Come on, AJ. We don't need this place anyway.
He stays.
What?
Can't take him with you. That ship has sailed.
I'm not leaving without him.
AJ can't travel. All we can do now is make him comfortable.
I'm not leaving without him.
Let him go, Clem. He'll only drag you down out there. It's what's best for both of you.
No!
I'm really freaking confused. I'm really confused, and this isn't a game criticism. This is like, the people would do this. People would 100% do this. You're mad that I tried to save him because he's gonna die anyway. Then you're mad that I'm gonna take him with me because he's gonna die anyway. If he's gonna die with either choice, why can't I just take him with me? I don't understand. What do you mean? I leave him, he dies. I take him, he dies. I give him the medicine, he dies. I don't give him the medicine, he dies. So why are they mad at me for wanting to take him when I'm leaving? I don't understand. Also, I do think it's kind of forced of like we're trying to save him. Like if he's gonna die anyway. That's complicated. That one's complicated. Nice, Preston. I hope the haircut came out good. It will make sense later. Yes, I figure it will. I figure it will. Okay. I think you like season 4 more than 1 or 2. It's a better story, but only 4 parts. But they're all like 2.5 hours long to make up for it. 1 and 4 are going to be my top. I hope so. This story is the weakest, but the choices also matter most in this one, and they're really up their game in the action scene. Yeah, there's a lot more action in this, and it's way more intense. Like, things happen that are way more cold-hearted in this versus in the first 2, for sure. For sure. The only thing is, I would say the choices don't matter as much in this one, not because they don't matter in the story, but whatever I choose, the game is going to phrase it in a way to make things happen no matter what. Like earlier, when in the first episode of this season, when you're alone with Kate or whatever the sister-in-law is, and she's telling you she wants to leave with you and blah, 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 and the cup breaks and the brother comes in and asks what's going on, it says confront him or like stand up to him or apologize or say nothing or whatever. And I say stand up to him. My interpretation of stand up to him would be like, F you, you're a jerk, don't be a jerk. They write it as in, your wife's gonna leave you for me. That's not standing up to him. That's not the choice at all. That's not standing up to him. That's because it says admit to what's going on was the other choice. Like, that's admitting to what's going on. Standing up to him would be like, don't be a jerk. I chose that one, and it still gave me the admit to him what's going on. Like, it's just the choices don't matter to progress the story. But I get what you mean, that they'll matter down the line of like what's going on in other stories. But as far as like the story, the choices mattering for this story in particular, they matter a lot less than they do in the other games. That's what I would say. But I'm sure they mean a lot more later on, for sure. Yeah, if it doesn't matter, let him die with his caregiver. Might as well. Also, why do they keep calling her her kid? She's clearly like 15 or 16. This child is like 3, 4. She's got to be. No, if she was 11 when he was born, and he looks like he's maybe 2, so maybe she's 13 right now. Either they're really stupid to think it's her kid, or it's just really weird that they're letting her take care of him and calling her his kid, or calling him her kid, when very clearly that's not the case. Like you would think they'd be like, that's your little brother or whatever. Just weird. Just weird.
You monster!
She's still a little kid and they're still treating her like an adult. It feels very
What about this?
PDF filey.
What was it all for? Don't forget, I'm one of you.
Not anymore.
Let her say goodbye. We owe her that much.
Because if they treat her like this about... Fine. Like, if they treat her like adults about stuff like this...
You heard her.
What else do they treat her like adult for?
Say what you need to say, then you go.
I would like to spit in his face, but what good is that going to do me?
Be strong, Goofball. Be strong for me.
Let's go.
Like, David's a dick, but I get why he's doing what he's doing. Oh. Like, politicians now suck, but it is part of being leaderships in companies. You have to make decisions that people are not going to like.
AJ would be the one. Finally.
The one what?
The one who didn't die.
Ah, that's a hug. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's like shoulder touch. Ah, what a hug.
Goofball. At least he doesn't have to live in this world anymore.
Yeah, I will agree on that. The choices will impact other people around you. But it doesn't seem to have any effect on the story, like where the
This is
story's
what David
going.
circled on the map.
Our smelly friends are back.
Because I've pointed it out multiple times since you've been here. Many times the choices they give me all lead to one answer. Like there is no opposing choice. You know what I mean? Like kind of like what it was in the when they were questioning me, where there was one choice of like stand up and fight or just pretend like nothing happened. But a lot of the choices are different variances of the same choice. So it's like, spit in his face. You're going to get kicked out. Go and say bye to AJ. You're going to get kicked out. Or like, why did this happen? Well, choice A is to blame the guy. Choice B is to blame the guy, but take a little blame. Choice C is to blame the guy, but say it's mostly your fault. Like, it's still blame the guy no matter what. So it's like, that's where it doesn't matter. Again, semantics. I get that it like has better choices with... Like, I make choice A and one person dies, choice B, the other person dies, choice C, all of them die. But a lot of the choices are still not real choices. It seems very superficial, the choices. And almost like choice A, B, or C are really all the same choice. They're all going to lead to the same story. And they just... what's the word I'm looking for? Like, without any thought, they just chose someone's going to die with each one of these choices, but it doesn't really allow you the freedom of it doing anything. In the first season, I felt it was more well thought out when the choices killed somebody. Like, when it was, like, Duck versus the guy ran over by the tractor. Like, that made you feel a little bit more like my choice would actually lead to a death or life situation. Whereas, like, in this one, it's more like the choices are all exactly the same, and... it's arbitrary that somebody's going to die with it. And it doesn't feel connected to the choice I made, if that makes sense. You know? Yeah, and that's it. Like that's better phrasing. The story auto fixes itself no matter the choice you make. Although here the choices are a lot more, like the results of the choices are a lot more cold-hearted, because yeah, people die for no reason. Which is not a bad thing. It adds to way more tension to the choices you make, for sure.
If too many of them push against this, it might give. Gotta find a way in.
Yeah, the overall story pretty much stays the same, no matter what choice you make. That's for sure. I think my gripe is more that the other one felt the first season felt more organic when the choice led to a bad outcome.
I can raise it a little, but something's wrong with it. Jammed or some shit.
Here it just kind of feels like the choices are even more blatantly made for you already, whereas before the choices felt a little bit more.
I don't hear anything in there.
Good enough for me. Oh, man.
Just more authentic, I guess would be the word.
Hurry it up.
I was too busy talking, I didn't hear what they said. Alright, kick the door.
Locked.
Shit. Look for another way in. It's our only chance.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
Well, there's a car. With no wheels.
Use the jack, dude.
God damn it.
And the bars inside. Alright, Weewin, you go get some sleep. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a nice sleep. Yeah, I think you're very right about that, Almighty Viking. I think you're very right that they felt the story was a bit weak after everybody loved Clementine so much that they've had to go with this guy, and he's not exactly the most endearing character. There's probably that like insecurity and make it more shocking so then it can be a little bit less horrible that the characters maybe aren't as interesting.
That's it. Won't go any higher. Everyone get in.
Which I appreciate the shock factor. I appreciate like when the niece got shot. For sure. I find it irritating when it's like, you make the choices. All right, there's an apple. Are you gonna steal it? Choice A, steal the apple. Choice B, clean the apple first before you steal it. Choice C, steal the apple and then walk away. It's like,
Close the door.
I don't want to steal the apple. I don't want to steal the
Out
apple.
of there. Damn, man. That was too close.
Hopefully that door holds him.
What?
Hey, I'm here. David!
Uh-oh.
Don't you dare let that fucking baby killer in.
Whoa.
Don't make me do this.
Clem.
Don't do it, Javi.
He has a son, Clem. Just like you did.
You never had a son, Clem.
The fuck?
Open it.
What the hell are you doing here?
Ask your brother.
She's trouble.
She's with me. I owe her my life.
She told us some pretty rancid stuff about you, man.
What did she say?
That you left her to die.
No, we kicked her out.
A little girl, all alone out there. Do you think Mariana could have survived that?
We had rules. Clem broke them. I would have done the same to anybody. She knew what would happen. Don't feel sorry for her.
Everybody fucks up, man. What about forgiveness?
We couldn't afford forgiveness.
Did he suffer? Please. I have to know.
No. I wouldn't have let him. But I didn't have to worry about that. He lived, Clem. He lived.
What?
But how? He was dying. Clem said so.
AJ bounced back. He was stronger than we thought. It was a miracle.
You're lying.
That's great. Clem, this is good news.
How am I supposed to believe you?
Clementine.
Just a second, Tara.
Please, I'm telling the truth.
Where? Where is AJ now?
I don't know for sure.
But he's in Richmond?
Dr. Lingard took care of the boy. He'll know how to find him.
Then I'm going back.
None of us are going anywhere until the walker's clear.
What's your plan, David?
We used to store a vehicle up this way. Provisions. I came to get you set up.
And
say goodbye. I don't want you to worry about Kate and Gabe. I'll take care of my family from now on. They'll be safe with me.
Wait. This is a send-off? You're just seeing me on my merry way.
You think I want this?
Well, you're not doing much to stop it.
I don't see another way.
Shit!
Board it up.
Whoa, that was epic, Jesus.
Something to buffer. Something heavy.
There! Help me!
Okay, before they start any further. In this one, they did go a bit too old. In the second season, her voice I felt suited her, but they should have kept the same voice for now because she's still just a little girl. I think now she's supposed to probably be about 14 or 15. My guess, because it seems like it's been even like a bit since that happened, but I don't know. We haven't seen AJ, so we don't know how old, like how long it's been. But her voice does sound a little bit too mature for the character they've given her. In the first season, it sounded okay. It still sounded like a woman doing a child's voice. In the second season, I think that was the perfect balance, where it was like childlike, but had a bit more maturity to it. This one, yeah, it just seems a little bit too mature for how young she's supposed to be. But yeah, it's there's a lot of weird choices with Clementine for this whole series. Just a lot of weird choices. And again, communicate.
Wait a half second. Where'd you find this?
We're
Over there.
only in this mess because his men killed his daughter, and this
Show
guy's
me.
more interested in getting us kicked out than avenging his dead daughter.
What the hell is all this?
She is approaching womanhood.
Don't want to just take.
I don't know how old you are, Almighty
I might be
Viking,
going crazy,
but
I think these came from.
yeah, and even 16 or 17 still sounds like a child, and her voice sounds more like a 25-year-old. So approaching womanhood, a woman's like womanly voice doesn't kick in till her 20s. If you listen to an 18-year-old, they don't sound like an adult woman most of the time. So even if she's approaching, even if she was 18, the voice is still a bit too mature for an 18-year-old. It'd be more believable if she was like 23, 24 years old. And if she was 18, this voice would be at least a little bit more believable. It's like, it's mature, but okay. But at like 14, 15, it's a bit too mature. It's a bit too mature. Moon Kitty, how's it going? How are you? Welcome.
Prescott. That's Phantom Punch.
I don't understand how all this got here.
Like you don't know.
Hey, none of this stuff was here before. I don't have a damn thing to do with it. We've only ever kept a few basic supplies here for scouts, for emergencies.
Come on, David, don't play dumb.
What are you suggesting? That I was part of looting Prescott?
You must have known something.
You think I condoned this?
This is bigger than just Prescott. There's spoils from other towns here, too. Towns I heard got raided a while back. There's stuff here from the kingdom.
Goddamn herd's really honest. Who the fuck you wouldn't be in this mess if you hadn't gone all trigger happy on David's family.
Take cover.
Ah, there he is.
I'd do that little bitch again just to see her head pop.
You sure as hell are stupid, ain't you?
You only just realizing that now?
I told you. Joan is on the warpath. Last thing we need is people getting wind of all this stuff.
Look at all this shit. We're frickin' rolling in it.
I'll give you that.
Just glad we found some more smokes. That shit is the new gold.
And now we get to see your head pop, you piece of shit.
David?
I thought better of you, Max. I really did.
David, come on, man. We're a unit. There's no need for...
Never let the bad guy talk. Never let the bad guy talk.
He's getting away.
Yeah, like I'm with Tara on this one 100%. There's something to be said about maturing because of the circumstances you're in, and then like physically doing things that would be adult, like having a deeper voice like that. A kid with a deeper voice is one thing, but that's like a woman's voice. Circumstances aren't going to make your voice suddenly get deeper in that kind of way. They might get deeper in like you fake a deep voice, but it would still be a child's voice faking deep. A child cannot do a deep adult woman or adult man's voice. And there are also things in this that it's like them calling AJ her child when she is 13, 14 years old. Despite the circumstances, that's just not something that would be believable. They would definitely treat her as like the guardian or whatever, but I think most people would be like, that's like her little brother type of thing. So I'm with Tara on this one. I'm with Tara on this one.
Go! Get Badger!
But again, I don't know how old you are, Moon Kitty. I'm going to assume you're young. Your brain doesn't actually finish growing until 25. So it doesn't matter how many experiences you've been through. At 13 years old, your brain is not capable of making adult decisions. So adults relying on a child to make adult decisions is stupid, no matter the circumstance the kid has been through. You can treat them a little bit more, a little less babied. You can be a little bit more upfront with them. But a child is still a child up until 25. That is why you see dumbass 18-year-olds on TikTok doing dumbass things and then crying like babies when they get hurt, because they're too immature to understand the consequences of the things they're doing. Even though at 18 they're considered adults, but their brain isn't capable of being adult yet because it doesn't stop growing until 25. Yeah, it's the maturity. That's exactly it. It's the, you can have experiences that'll make you make more adult options and decisions and act more adult, but that's all a front. They don't actually think like adults. They don't actually consider things like adults. They think the way they think adults would think, but they don't actually think like adults. It's a small difference, but it's a very big difference, which is why children are held differently in responsibility than adults are held. And which is why it's such big contention when it comes to holding children responsible as adults when they do things that adults do. Because if it was just as simple as their experience makes them responsible, then kids doing certain things, like being active, if they have the experience to make them more mature, it doesn't mean that they actually understand what they're doing and they have the same gravitas as an adult doing that. So it's still, you know, Human Anatomy 101. It's just how the brain works, right? It's why you see so many young adults acting like they are untouchable. It doesn't mean that like an 18-year-old is too stupid to know anything. Like, I think they should be able to vote because they're the ones that are going to be taking over this world, and their decisions now will affect when they are adults, like older adults, the world that they're going to be in. But it's also why you shouldn't have an 18-year-old signing their life away for a $100,000 loan. They cannot understand the gravity of that decision. Or an 18-year-old who goes out drinking and then driving doesn't understand how fragile they really are. It doesn't mean they shouldn't be held responsible for it, but they're not capable of comprehending that. And so although she is trying to pretend she is older and acting like an adult, the bigger gripe is how everybody treats her in response to it. The whole game as a whole acts like she is an adult. And that's I think that's what Tara's kind of feeling, if we're on the same page, is it's not so much that she pretends to be an adult, it's that everybody around her also pretends like she's an adult. And she's clearly not. Like the way they're like, that's her child, and blah, blah. It's not her child. She is also a child. So they shouldn't pretend like it's her child. Or like in the last season, when someone's pregnant and doesn't know who the daddy is, why are they talking to this child about this issue? Whether the child pretends she's an adult or not, the child can't possibly understand the gravity of that kind of decision and that kind of situation that this woman is in. She can't understand the nuances of it. And so it's like, I think that's a big gripe, that the whole game treats her like an adult. It's not just her pretending to be an adult. Her pretending to be an adult is a much different response. It's like in the comics. I brought this up before. In the comics, Carl is alone with Rick. Rick, up to what we know now, is dying. He's got a bad infection. It looks like he's going to die. Carl is alone. Their whole base is destroyed. And then Carl says, "Daddy, I don't need you. I can survive on my own." That is a child acting like an adult, making a decision that an adult would make, saying, "I can do this on my own." But it's very clear that it's a child who doesn't know what the decision actually means. And that's really heavy. Whereas here, they're making it out to be like, she is making the decision, understands all the decision consequences, and everybody else also agrees with her decisions because she's an adult and knows better at 13, 14, 15. So it's just, all of it is a level of maturity that just is so unbelievable and almost creepy. and it loses the nuance of she is a child that's doing these things, and there's a certain heaviness to that of she can still make all the same decisions, but if it was approached differently, it would be almost painful watching her go through these things because of the fact she's a child doing these things. Whereas right now it feels weird that she's making these decisions and it feels like an adult making the decisions, yet we're supposed to believe she's 13 or 14, 15, and she looks like 13, 14, 15. So it's like, it's that disconnect of like, it's just uncomfortable. It's just an uncomfortable disconnect of like poor writing. It's really down to poor writing. They needed to work a bit more on this is a child that's going through these things. This is a child that is a badass. This is a child that is so threatening and scary, but also vulnerable and a child in the long run. No matter how badass she is still a child. Because no matter how good she is, a full-grown man could still do a lot of bad things to a child. And in a world like this, men are dangerous. Not to mention in a world like that. But they've made her out to be like an adult who would stand a chance at defending herself against a grown adult. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all that, like, it's just uncomfortable the way they've written it, and it's not written well or believable. Which is too bad, because, yeah, I think it would be a lot more powerful to have that childlike aspect of it a lot more deeply involved in what's going on. And they don't have to baby her, it's just about making them aware that she is a kid. I didn't press E, I pressed D by accident, my finger slipped. Yeah, and that's it. Like, I know I've had to mature for certain things because of things that have gone in my life. But I was still a kid. And that's what they're missing here is, and I was still treated like a kid. And there are certain repercussions that you would treat an adult a certain way, but you would also treat a child a very different way. Like, what is it? It was a game or a book or a movie or something. I can't remember anymore. But there was something where somebody was like hitting on somebody else. And it was very sexual what they were saying. You know what I mean? Like, hey, so my whistle needs to be played or else it's going to go bad. And it's two adults talking and they're being dirty. And then, you know, I don't remember the exact scenario in the thing that I read, but it's like, or the thing that I saw. But then it's like, let's say it's a man and woman. The man says that to the woman. The woman goes, stop, Clementine's right there. The realistic response that a child would have would be, I know what you're talking about. Sex stuff. She doesn't actually know what that all means. She understands it because she's living in this world, but she wouldn't really know the details of it, even though she's being mature. They would also comprehend she doesn't really know. She knows, but she doesn't really know. Whereas in this game, they've taken it like, I know, we're talking about vaginal penetration. And it's like, whoa, a child would not be talking about these things like that. And they would then respond with like, don't worry, we're going to use condoms. You would not talk to a child like that, no matter how adult they are. This game doesn't have that nuance. It's missing that. So it doesn't matter how mature she is. It doesn't matter what her life experiences are. That is not how adults would treat her. Even if she's experiencing those things, because we live in a horrible world and something like that could happen. But that's the unbelievable part. It's the that dichotomy doesn't exist. That she is still a child experiencing these things, and children can't evaluate the world around them the same way an adult can. So even if she's experienced those adult things, she won't experience it in the right perspective like an adult would. Not that most adults can really experience it in the right perspective, but she wouldn't have that same perspective. She wouldn't fully comprehend what that means, which is why therapy is so important, because you got to look back at the things you experienced as a child and learn to unpack those things, because you only experience them in the perspective of a child. And they're missing that here. They don't have a perspective of a child here. It's just an adult kid. And it makes it really uncomfortable when they ask her questions that they really shouldn't be asking a child, or making her make decisions that she really wouldn't make in that way as a child. You know what I mean? So it's a lot more nuanced than that. which kind of is a weakness in the game. So that's something I definitely won't back down on, and I don't think is really excusable in the poor writing. My reflexes are so slow. Whoa, oof.
Ever since the junkyard, you've been nothing but a fly in my way.
Yeah, Topovsky. I'm excited for number 4. I'm enjoying this one though. I like this one better than 2.
Gas can down your throat and lit you up like a candle. But this'll do.
They toned down the gore in this game though. From the first one. The first one was more willing to show more
You
grossness.
took my goddamn guts out.
This is for Mariana. She was a sweet little girl, just minding her own business.
Not anymore.
No worries, Tara. Oh, I had avocado today.
Fuck her.
So yummy.
Fuck you too.
Did I ever tell you I played baseball? You want to see what I used to do? Your head looks familiar.
Come on. What are you waiting for?
We've got to move. No point drawing it out.
No. Let's let him turn. It's only right.
White people tacos. White people taco night.
He's all yours.
I wanted to make tacos, but I didn't defrost my
Stop,
ground beef.
please.
Raiding, looting, you betrayed who we are. You betrayed Richmond.
Come on, David. This is Richmond.
What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean?
I ain't got nothing to say.
Start talking, or I promise you, you're gonna scream.
Okay, take it easy.
I'm waiting.
Come on, man. It wasn't like we were doing this by ourselves. Joan was in on it. We did it on her orders. She said we needed it to survive. I wanted to let you in, but she told me you'd never go for it.
I believe him.
I'm sorry.
I fully believe him.
It is too late for sorry, you backstabbing shitbag.
Please, don't kill me. I'll help you. I'll tell everyone in Richmond about this. I'll help you get back inside. Expose her to the others.
Maybe he'll be useful.
Thank you. Thank you.
I needed that.
Hey, all the power to you, dude. No judgment from me. No judgment from me. I haven't made like actual tacos in forever.
He gave us the slip.
But
hightailed it back towards Richmond.
Definitely don't mind the prepackaged
He warns
ones.
Joan.
Wasn't there one more?
Not anymore.
Won't be hurting anyone else.
My people need to know about what we found here.
What about your missing friends?
I'm not holding out much hope. Don't have time to keep looking. They'd want me to get home and warn them. So that's what I'm gonna do.
You're a good guy, Jesus. That's rare.
I could say the same about you. I won't forget about you. You have my word.
It's a shitstorm out there, man. I don't see how you're gonna make it.
One step at a time.
We need to get back to Richmond fast. I have loved ones in there. We both do.
We all do.
I gotta break Eleanor out of there. Once she's safe, I'm gonna tell her how I feel. Hey, the mess never washes out. Might as well get neck deep.
That just feels like such a guy thing to say.
Lingard and Clint, they're our best bet. If I can get to them before Joan does, maybe we have a chance.
Crap, I went half an hour later than I wanted to.
Before, but I can't do this without you. Can I count on you? I won't be able to pull this off myself.
Of course, David. You're my brother. I never forgot that. Even if you did.
Oh, good dig.
I'm glad to hear that, Javi. You and I, we should talk when this is done. If Lonnie raises the alarm, they'll be waiting for us at the gates.
That was a good dig.
There's a way in round back that'll get us around any sentries. We can take Badger's truck.
I doubt he'll mind.
Come on, we gotta get on the move. Herd's closing in.
Is this the end of the season, or am I good to stop right now? Or not season, of the episode. Because I gotta get going. But this is interesting. This is like a show, man. If it starts the next... Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop it right there, because I don't want to see anymore. I don't want to get it ruined. Oh, man. That is such an intense game. It's so intense. It's definitely got its flaws. I think some of the writing is kind of poor compared to the other... the first story, the first season, the writing was better. He's next to go, right? I think David's gonna be there until the end, and then at the end it'll be a decision. That'll be either he survives or he dies. I don't see David dying yet. I think David will die, or actually, you know what? You know what? I don't know. Yeah, and that's it, right? It's like, it's poor writing, but it's still a good series. It's still better writing than a lot of things that are out there right now. Still much better writing than a lot of stuff that's out there right now. It's just got its weak moments, you know?
Another video meeting
but yes, I gotta go and continue editing Rent. Hopefully I can get it done by tomorrow, and then I can be free from that. But that is everything from me. I will not be streaming tomorrow, although Tuesday's normally my stream day. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and it's actually like right mid-stream time, and so there's just no way I can get the stream up and going and done before the doctor's meeting or doctor's appointment. So I can't, and I cannot miss this doctor's appointment. So no stream tomorrow. I am aiming for a stream on Wednesday. I don't really, outside of like all the editing, because I've got like 5 videos to shoot plus Rent to edit and stuff. I don't have a whole bunch of stuff to do. I don't have a whole bunch of like non-content stuff to do. I'm gonna hopefully be able to stream on Wednesday, and then Thursday is my regular stream day, and then probably Friday. I don't know. I think I'm pretty much home for the rest of the month, the rest of the week. So probably. Kieran, yes, the musical Rent. I got hired on to record it for community theater here, and I am mostly done it, but I have to get it done in the next like 2 days to get it into them so they can have a movie night and show everybody what they look like, and it's looking pretty good. I actually showed it at the beginning of the stream, so if you scroll back, probably about half an hour into the stream, you'll see the little like 30-second clip that I showed. But anyway, I gotta get myself out of here. I really appreciate everybody hanging out. Like I said, no stream tomorrow, but I should be live Wednesday, so hopefully I will see you all then. Probably won't be playing this. I haven't really decided what other game I'm going to do. I tried Paper Mario, but I had some issues with that, so I got to find a different game to play. Haven't really decided yet, but that's what we're going to do. Anyways, I really appreciate everybody hanging out and being here, and I hope you have yourselves a great rest of your day, and I will see you all on Wednesday. See you later, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.